Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Where are my captions? One moment, please. Go eat. Oh, go eat. That's a good girl. Where the heck am I? I must have closed it. Okay, there we go. Y'all, I've got some bad news. Oh boy. All right, first let's do Lockpick's question. Lockpick would like to ask the Magic 8 Ball, who is also full of sass, a question. Magic 8 Ball, will I bring the best kind of sass today? Damn. Will I bring the worst kind of sass today? Oh, I'm just not going to be sassy, evidently. No sass today from me. Sorry, I guess I have to be bland. And, Magic 8 Ball full of sass. Is chat going to bring the sass today? Aha. It's not me, chat, who will be this bringer of sass, but it is you. You must be the bringer. What am I scrunching over here? Dang. All right, so I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you all to bring it. The Magic 8 Ball said so. Anyways, let's say a quick hello to everyone. Hello, Mia. Hello, Allison. Hello, Sarybot. Good bot. Lockpick, hello. Thank you for being here and for redeeming the Magic 8 Ball. Allison, Shiz, hello. Petrichor, hi. Hi, Georgina. Hi, Sunny. It's good to see you all. Yeah, I unfortunately... I have sad news for all of us who love the Galaxy yarn. Hi, Belzy. Hi, Kit Kat. So if you remember, I recently ordered a 3-pack of the Galaxy yarn because I finally used it all up. And what came was this.
I found my people.
It's not the same. Waffles, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. It's not the same yarn. It's a different colorway. Maybe they're using different dye. Here is what it used to look like. And I know it might not look super different, but you can even just see the blue is vastly different than the blue that's in here. So I ordered from another source, figuring, okay, maybe it's dye lots, maybe, I mean, I ordered one from Amazon, it was a 3-pack, maybe it's like knockoff, I don't know. So I ordered from Walmart. It also came in a 3-pack. Let me look at the dye lot. And unfortunately what came was more disappointment. So at this point, I will just be keeping an eye out for this yarn anywhere else to see if I can find it in the old color tone. If anyone else wants to look out for it, it's called Grape fizz. Grapes. It's grapes. Why are you being weird? Because part of a word is inside of another word. Closed captions. That's gross. Grapes. Grape is a color. Okay, well then. That is how it is. That's what it is. Gosh. Let me see this. Hold on. Well, now, isn't that interesting? So maybe it could still be a dye lot issue. It still could be that this is just a weird dye lot, because this one from Amazon and this one from Walmart are the same dye lot. So it's the exact same dye lot. Yep. Same dye date, same lot, same everything. So maybe it's not bad news. Maybe it's just still a bad dye lot. So if anyone happens to see this, it's Red Heart Super Saver. You don't even have to buy it for me, but if you see one in the wild, could you send me a photo of what it looks like? Because I'm just curious if it's still going to have this like beautiful bright blue and bright like purpley pinks, or if we've gone to this muted color, in which case I'm very sad. So I'm still going to keep looking for it. I kind of want to return these because I don't like the color. And it's also $22 for all 6 of these, but then I also won't have, okay. Oh God, doing returns at Walmart is a headache and a half. I think they make it really difficult on purpose. No, so my yarn, that's how that colorway used to look. Hi, silly. Here's the interesting thing. Hold on. Because if you look, let me show you. Oops. If you look at, so this is Yarnspiration's website, okay? Can I go to it instead of just, can I? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm in the United States, not Canada. I wish I was in Canada, but I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay, if you look at their website, oh my God, and you click on the grape fizz color, that's what I had before. This is what I have now. Look at the difference. Hold on. Let me get the one that's open. Do you see the difference? So the one on the website, like that's how it used to look. You're in Florida? Oof. It's got to be so hot there. So that is technically the correct color. I have dye lot E here. I'm just going to take a picture. Because there's a lot of information in this dye lot. Hold on, I'll put it in random pictures. Looking for any other grape fizz yarn not in this dye lot. Does it, if you find one, can you send me a photo? Okay, it's in random pictures. That way it's there instead of trying to remember. Because there's, you know, oh, you can't see. It is E300B, but then it also has like the date that it was dyed. It's got a lot of information actually on this label, which is fabulous. It technically doesn't say which one of these numbers is the dye lot and which one is the, like, they also will a lot of times use numbers to differentiate between the different colors. So it's like, I don't know, because it doesn't say dye lot. Like, normal, you know, the 2024-06 653772 to me would be the dye lot, because that's the day it was dye. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, do you... Wait, there's a... They tell you the dye lots? That's cool. Hi, kitty. Little baby. Yeah, a lot of times... Where are you? A lot of times, yarn will have, like, it'll say dye lot on it. Like, let me see if I can find one real quick. How is this already caught in my chair? I haven't moved. What? On God's green earth. My God. Okay. Yeah, a lot of times it'll have like a dye lot on it. Or, in some instances, it'll say no dye lot, which is also an option. Some yarns don't have dye lots. Based on Reddit, it looks like they changed the colorway. That sucks. Why would you change it? It was so pretty before. Like, look at how this worked up. Look at how bright and pretty those colors were. And now I have this muted, like, what is this? What is this muted mess? And if you're like, well, maybe it's just the camera. Okay, here. That's an iPhone camera. Grape Fizz was one of my favorite colors to use. That's different. It's ugly. It's so gross. Oh. And Georgina, I saw the message. Is that so? That would probably be a lot for shipping. And I don't even know if it would be a different color, same color. What's happening with that color, you know? What did you find on Reddit? I'm curious. Elf. Also, I'm so glad that the rattles got to you. I had so much fun making them. I can show new color name, Sad Grape. Flat Grape. Flat Grape. I can finally show you all. I know I had mentioned a couple of times where I was like, oops, my yarn or my stuffing was in the other room because I was working on a secret project that I couldn't show on stream. Well, the secret project has been delivered, and so I can share it. I made for Elf, who's having a little baby, and whose favorite Disney movie is Beauty and the Beast. I made Rattles. So this was actually, I'm really proud of this. So they were not designed to be rattles, first of all. They were, I don't know what they were. They were just little Amis. I had these like wooden baby rings that I had ordered special when my neighbors were having twins, as they're like safe for babies. Like they're raw. Like they don't have anything toxic. And so I still had like a pattern for how to make the little thing that goes around it. And then this handle totally made it up. Just invented it, kept putting it in my hand to like try and get like a good, hold on, let's see if you can.
A friend of mine is having a baby.
Oh,
I had to show you all.
I'm gonna post this.
This pot.
And so it rattles. It'll go up on Instagram. I took a video before I sent it, but I had so much fun making it. And I had fun, like, you know, figuring out, oh, like, what's going to be the best, like, because I liked the idea, too, that it was, like, two different handles, because some babies like one style, some babies like another, and also as they grow, like, different grabbing techniques, like, and they're high contrast colors. Do you know, and I'm sure you do, how difficult it is to figure out the correct color for Mrs. Potts? The correct purple? Because depending on what you look at, if it is stills from the movie versus artwork from Disney, like, each one is slightly different. The purple can go anywhere from, like, this color to, like, it's so vastly, it made me absolutely nuts trying to figure out the purple. And James, like, literally, he goes, "Are you still debating this?" And I'm like, "Yes, because I want it to be right." And he was like, "Well, what does it look like? You know, like, if you look at stuff from the movie." I'm like, "Well, again, remastered versus not, versus this, versus that." And he looked at, like, the amount of pictures, like, on a Google search, and he was like, "That one." And I was like, "That one?" He goes, "Yeah." He's like, "There's a good contrast. It's, you know, cheerful." I'm like, "All right, yeah." So, well, and that's the thing, too, is, like, because they did, like, a Beauty and the Beast Christmas edition of the movie, and that was a different animator than, like, the original, and so that was different, like, all of it was just a little bit different, and so, yeah. Hey, James, don't come in just yet. She's pooping, I think.
I'm not ready to take her out anyway.
Oh, Lord, y'all. So, by the way, we should mention this. We're fundraising for St. Jude. Hooray. Hype. We'll be doing that for the whole month. I did not pin a thing yet. And then when they redid the release in 3D, it changed colors again. It just kept changing, and I was like, I'm never going to get it right. It's just never going to happen. So we reached our first fundraising goal. Oh, that's the one that I want, because it's a little shorter to be pinned. So I feel like people are more likely to read it if it's pinned at the top than the longer one. we already reached our first goal, which is we're going to be doing a crowd control sim stream, which I am working on setting up. So that will be sometime next week. I'm working on a character and a house that you guys can absolutely destroy. All in the name of raising money for the kids of St. Jude. But up next is an embroidery probably week where we'll work on some embroidery like tutorials. Chat was mentioning that I've never done embroidery on stream, and I was like, you know what? You're right. So I have in my Amazon cart a like a like a kit to like show the different stitches. And then I have like an embroidery pattern that we would do afterwards because I thought it would be kind of neat to oh, brave girl now. I thought it would be kind of neat to kind like do a little this is how things are done and then do an actual embroidery piece. That way anyone who's new can learn stitches and things like that. So that's the next one. Let's get these goals. I want to see balls. Oh my god. James is laughing.
Oh. She's looking at where the bowls are usually at.
Oh, she's like, where's my puppy water?
Super confused. I'll get you some here in a minute.
So that's our next goal. We are 200 and I did the math. $220 away. Yeah, from that goal. We have a new emote unlock, co-streaming crafts with friends, cooking streams, making one of those beaded animal projects, but out of yarn, making like a giant crocheted version. I really want to do that. And I haven't really had a reason to do it yet, but you guys can give me one. We have plate up and mod gaming. So there's lots of fun things still to unlock. And there's lots of fun little incentives to get us there. All of these things could, you know, bring us a little closer. It'd be real interesting if I had to switch hands doing this craft, or I don't want squirrel time while we're dotting. That's fine. We don't need squirrel time. No. A lava lamp beaded thing? That's cool. Uh-oh, Georgina. Oh no! He better be back in and thinking about what he's done. Do a matching pony bead animal for it? Oh my gosh, yes. I love that idea. I absolutely love that idea, Elf. That will happen.
Nap time.
Oh, okay. That just felt like a big sigh.
Yeah. 7:30.
Okay, we have to cook dinner.
I know. Love you.
Love you. Ew, love. Gross affection. He is. He snuck past mom, bolted for the field. Oh my god. Community nurse saw your mom in the garden. Oh, I'm heading that way. Do you want to check? 5 minutes later, she comes back. He sat in the passenger seat like a butt. Oh my god. Diesel. And he was probably just out there, like, having the time of his life. He was like, I chase squirrels and birds and all kinds of things. And, like you said, meanwhile, your mom's having, like, a breakdown. And he's just like, this is the best day. Dogs really have no idea. 3 months away. Eee, that's so exciting. So many exciting things coming up for you, Elf. Maybe it's time to look at this over here. He loves this field. Mom's like, I can't chase him. Yeah. They're fast. It's gonna be a busy summer. It sure is. We have the Ryan's wedding. So here's a question for Friday while we're fundraising. Now, I'm torn between whether we work on the blanket because everyone seems to love the pajama parties and it does seem to bring people in and keep people chatting, and we have silly story time with James and what have you. If I'm able to, because it's going to depend on James's work schedule, if he needs to like nap during stream, we might not be able to do blanket time. But should we while we're fundraising, or should we keep the streams in here? What do we think? I know I have plenty of other projects I could work on too for Friday. I'm definitely not hurting for projects to finish. You don't mind either way? Oh, that sounds like a cool idea, Georgina. You don't have a preference? Okay. I guess I'm also trying to think of like what possible new people might want to come into. And to like donate. I don't know. I overthink things. It's my superpower. It's a crappy superpower to have. A wish command. You aren't rewarding the bad behavior, rewarding the return to your side. Yes. Mm-hmm. You like being in my bed. Yeah, instead of like using it as like a come command, like come here, like, because I've seen it done where like having 2 different commands. One is like it has to be done. Say they're about to like run out into the street and you need them to come to your side. So like that is what that word means. But like when you just want them to do something and it's not life or death, that's where you use like the, do you want to go for a ride in the car? Or do you want to do this? Or do you want to do that? And like that's like the, oh yeah, I do. And they'll come back and you reward again, like you said, the coming back. A medieval market selling pottery? That sounds magical. I hope that you have a great time. Take some pictures if you want. I'd love to see. That is the worst superpower. Yep. Yeah, I don't recommend it. If you can help it. Playtime, yeah. It was a rough night here, pet-wise as well. It's actually really interesting to see, like, I know I talk about it a lot. By the way, if anyone is ever interested in trying the Visible app and band, let me know, because I actually have like a code that gets you like money off to try it, and it gets me money off if you do try it. And so I would love, like, I think it gets you guys like $15 off or something. So if anyone's ever interested, definitely like let me know. But it's interesting to see the way that like anxiety truly like affects you and can like affect the rest of your day or your night or your sleep or whatever, because you don't really, like, a lot of times once like the initial panic attack is over, you're like, okay, everything goes back to normal now. And then you look at something like that that's like tracking your heart rate rhythms and everything, and you're like, oh, it doesn't actually though. It's just, it stays icky for a little while. I'm smiling. This is not at all. Oh. Yeah. It's so easy to overthink. Especially when there's like so many options and so many things. And like you can shop online now, so, you know, it feels as though your options are truly limitless. But yeah, last night, James had closed my office door, and I was putting away the laptop because that's where I was working on the crowd control Sims thing. And we were getting ready for bed. We're in the bedroom. Now, I didn't realize that he had closed my office door. And I didn't realize that he had let Patch out. Because we were talking about, like, there were a bunch of Met shirts on the bed. And I was like, hey, what are these all doing out? And he was like, oh, well, I thought that since we were going to the... And all of a sudden, there's barking and growling. And I spin around, and my office door is open. And Patch is in my office. And so is Artemis. And the scream I scrumped in just absolute sheer panic that, like, you know, I won't get too whatever, but my mind instantly goes to like the worst, the darkest, the absolute worst possible thing that could happen, right? And I'm like freaking out, and thank God James was closer to the door, and he runs in and he just grabs Patch and like drags him out. And now kudos, like, you know, we've been saying how much better Patch has been doing since we've given him these new meds. And he truly has. And, you know, it was evident in that moment when he didn't, like, snap at James, who was, like, literally dragging him out by his backside. He didn't snap or freak out at him or anything like that. And luckily, Artie was fine. But you instantly, like, until you know that everyone's good, it's a bad time. In fact, I was really proud of Artie because she got Patch. She slapped him in the face with her nails, and he has a scratch. And I was like, hell yeah. I praised her. I was like, what a good girl. What a good job, honey. But like, look at this. Okay. Here was my night last night. You know, this is moving around, doing a little, you know, it's whatever. Do you think that you could tell when it happened? When it all of a sudden jumped to 160 beats per minute, almost? And then, like I said, you know, if you look at how my whole night was, right? You know, pretty stable in the 80s. And then everything from then on, the rest of the night, was just elevated and super stressed and heightened and and you know, like poor Artie has been more nervous today. Like, she didn't want to eat unless I was in the room with her. She will not lie on her heated mat, and you all know that's her favorite place to be. Her heated mat is her favorite snuggle spot, but that's where she was lying when he came into the room. And so she won't go back there now. In a way, it was actually kind of a good spot because he couldn't get to her because she was able to, like, back up. And it was, y'all, the craziest bit is that see, this is the problem living in a house that was built in the 40s, is that the doorknobs, like, they don't always latch. Like, you have to wiggle them and make sure, because I think that he must have just, like, booped the door and it must have just opened. And the thing that was wild about it is that if you look, like, she's lying over here on her heated mat, and he just comes in the room and is, like, just sniffing around. Like, he was just curious. He's like, what's going on in here? Like, he's just booping and, like, I'm gonna go sniff over here now. Like, had no... And Artie's like, she kind of picks her head up. You can see her. She's like, wait, what? What's happening? And then he still doesn't see her. He goes over to, like, the chair, and she's like, I don't know about the... Like, he was just curious. Like, it wasn't as though he was trying to be a jerk. It's just that then he saw her and was like, Artie, what you doing, honey? So then, you know, she didn't really want to do anything. She was kind of frozen in fear, understandable. So James and I took turns, like, sitting with her while, you know, the other person, like, showered or brushed their teeth or whatever. But what was amazing was that we opened up Pippin's door, right? And Pippin comes running in, as she always does, meowing and making all sorts of noise. And I, like, call her to follow me into my office. Because, like, Artie's just sitting on the chair, like, nervous and didn't want to get up. And as soon as she saw Pippin, she chirped back at her. They booped noses, and Artie got off the couch and left the room. Like, it was, like, her sister made her brave, and I was, like, crying again. I'm like, what good girls you are. Like, so proud. And so glad that, like, I know it was so cute. Like, this morning she didn't want to eat breakfast until I sat in here with her. Like, no, everything's okay. Nothing's happening. I don't blame her. It's just, it's so difficult when, like, I see the progress he's making on these meds with us. And, like, listening to us and all of that, but then I still see, like, the reactive side with animals, and it's like, you know, we never planned on having multiple animals with him in the house. And it just kind of makes you be like, well, what do we do at this point? Yeah. An animal that large coming into your safe space will spook you. Absolutely. Yeah. We also have an answer on do we continue with the animal talk? Like, imagine if St. Jude comes in right now to be like, yay, go fundraising, and I'm talking about animal poop. But you know how, like, sometimes I'm still gonna do it. You know how sometimes Patch would have, like, a little turd in his bed, or, like, when he would get up from, like, where he was sleeping? It seems like it happens, because it's happened a couple of times now, if he gets up or he's barking or whatever, it's like a little fart turd. And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what to do about that, or what's causing that, or what any of that means. So I have to call the vet and just like, hi, we have some more information. We have some more information about things. I don't know. As you know, yeah, it's like a little just blip, and it's I swear, like, he stretches, or like the other day he was in James's office and like he got up from sleeping to like bark at the neighbor when he was out there doing stuff with the lawnmower. And James said when he barked, his butthole just went bloop. And there's just a little turd. I fart. So I have no idea what any of that means, so it's just a constant game of questions here at my house. It's quite interesting. There's never a dull moment. Anyway, how about that money for St. Jude? Children's Research Hospital doing amazing things. We're really close to $300. In fact, we are one squirrel time away. From hitting 300. So if you're wondering what squirrel time is, you could find out, and we could hit $300 raised. That, I think, sounds like a pretty fabulous idea. Plus, you'll become a ball on my screen for the rest of stream. Heck, even a $1 donation gets you a ball on the screen. And every dollar adds up. That might be too much excitement. Listen, the Magic 8 Ball says that I am not to bring the excitement today. Or the sass, at least. That it's all on you. Chat is supposed to be the masters of sass today. Maybe we should change our music. Maybe it's too sleepy. Oh my god. Hi, Raccoon. We're getting sparkly. We could also add some sparkles to our jar for only $5. Donated to St. Jude. We could add some sparklies on a sparkly day. I think that sounds pretty good. What you doing? You should eat some more. Yeah, Artie's here. It's funny too. I was meant to clip everyone's nails. I have with the cats. James helps me. He like holds the squeeze treat, and I clip nails. And we just didn't get to it. And I was like, well, Artie had some sharp claws because she just got a little. She gave him a little scratch on the nose, and I was like, atta girl. What you doing? Oh, hi. Hello. No, wait. Hello. Yeah, I left that spot perfectly clear for you to sit at today. Look at that. I don't even have to move anything. I know. Mommy made sure her desk was clean. I know. Normally she calculates a little more before she jumps. Yes, you can go home. Ma'am. 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 Thank goodness that was closed. We could have ended up with diamond dots all over the floor. Hi, do you want to sit here? Yeah, sit. Yeah? My brave girl? My brave girl? Always wants to help. Yeah, you took on a puppy. A big doggo. You can handle anything, huh? I completely forgot what number I was doing. Oh, she's on my lap. He says, I will lie here. Who's going to be the first donation today? Lap cuddles, yeah. I always loved how she liked to lie down behind me on the chair. And then I got this new chair and it's so much smaller. And she was like, well, what the heck? So I have to like now scoot my butt all the way forward so that she can still lie behind me when she wants to. Because the old chair I had that was like falling apart, she could fit behind me easily. Why are those all crooked? Oh, maybe because a kitty stepped on my diamond dots. That's probably it. That's probably a good guess. Hi, Smoothie. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate you. Let's do O. The fact that they have both an O and a Q and a D, someone should be smacked. And they're all blue. Like, they're different shades on here. But, like, come on now. Oh. It's stretch time. Okay. Heck, I'll be right back. Sorry. I didn't even realize that just flew up. Ah! Hello? Oh crap, I'm not logged in. I'm not logged into Tiltify. Ha! Wait. Am I logged in? Anonymous, thank you for the $10 donation. All right, well, I can't. Well, let's see if there's any note. Dashboard? No, donations. The note says, let's get closer to 300. Okay. All right, let's do, we'll do a star on the jar. We'll do 2, I guess, on the jar. We should have done 2 when the other anonymous donation. We'll do 2. Thank you so much. We are now, what, $11 away from 200 or 300? I found yellow first. So we'll add yellow. And then, let's see, what's the next color that I find? Ooh, a pretty sky blue. Okay. Here's our jar. Ew. And I only had done a red for the last anonymous $10 donation, so I'm going to do another one too. Ooh! Yeah, let's do that pretty green. Because they're technically 20 anonymous dollars, so since I can't add them to the raffle, we'll just add them to the jar. Yay! And look at the ball! We have an anonymous ball. Snailbert's eating the anonymous ball. Hi, Tigress. How are you? We're so close to $300. That's so exciting. I can take both of those. Elf. I'm currently taking Zyrtec. For the hives and the whole situation. Yeah, Snailbert says, thank you for the delicious ball. Hum num num. Alright. So we have our first donation. Let's get to 300. We can do it. Snailbert must be hungry. Snailbert thinks it's an apple, yeah. And the fact that the O's and the C's and the Q's are all near each other, that's just rude. Already so snug. Oh no, I'm sorry, Tigress. I'm glad things are mostly okay and you're back. I'm sorry things were stressful though. Completely different from Benadryl in terms of formulation, yeah. Trying to get people to, yeah. Yeah, so Benadryl is like a Gen 1 antihistamine, which means that it can cause like drowsiness and other side effects that a lot of the Gen 2 ones, like Allegra and Zyrtec and Claritin don't cause. So that's why, like, it can oftentimes be more recommended to try the other classes before going to Benadryl. Benadryl did the opposite for me. Benadryl is quick acting, yeah. I want to bop them. These are, that's an O. That's all O's, and then one of the other ones is a Q. Ooh, we're also $10 away from $3,600 raised for St. Jude Lifetime. So, oh no, never mind. Zyrtec daily during the season. If you take it longer than 6 months, it's not as effective. Interesting. Let me change our lo-fi. I think this is not... I don't think that this is energetic enough for fundraising. I think that we need to, like... Oh, the Phineas and Ferb ones? Is that on Spotify? It's only 20 minutes long. There's a Gravity Falls lo-fi. Alright, what does that sound like? Oh, that's cool. It's sad too because there's so many songs, you know? Yeah. But that's, like, for lo-fi, I don't know, I feel like it should have, like, more available, I guess, to, like, listen to than 20 minutes. Hello? Calliope, thank you for the $15 donation, which brings us over $300. 304.69. Nice. Thank you, thank you. Meet me in St. Louis. There was a message, but I missed it, and evidently I've been logged out of Tiltify, and I now have to log back in with my email. What did Calliope say? Drive-by chaos. I love it. Calliope, would you like... So, you get to pick a bead for a fidget critter. Would you like to also pick what fidget critter we make? It's a lot of pressure. You don't need to, but if you would like to pick... You're the first person who's donated $15. I mean, obviously we've had people donate more than 15. A dinosaur, okay. And what color should the first bead be? We do love some drive-by chaos, absolutely. Orange. Okay. Do you want to pick the color yarn too, or is that just too much? Gift Megan the Dragon pattern. So we'll say fidget. Since I'm not doing that today, we're going to do dino. Orange bead. There we go. And I will do that tomorrow. Oh. I don't have the dragon pattern yet. I can show it to you. Yeah, the dragon is one that's like on my... It's on my list, you know? It's in the cart, if you will. There is a fidget dragon. Yes, indeed. There we go. Olive green, you got it. Look at that lifetime total, over $3,600 for St. Jude. That's amazing. It's so cute. If you want it to be a dragon, we can do a dragon too. see if they charge. Oh no. Womp womp. Alright, we're edging closer to the embroidery stream. Thank you all so much. I like that the ball pit thing is like interactive. So like when someone else donates, like they knock into each other and move around. Insurance is such a headache. Like very genuinely. Way more exhausting than it needs to be or should be. Which honestly is the perfect segue to remind everyone that the way that fundraising works with St. Jude, the wonderful thing about St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is that no one ever has to pay. We don't have to worry about insurance when a child goes and receives treatment at St. Jude. Everything is covered, including the flight to get there, including accommodations for the family members. It's honestly pretty incredible that the family has nothing they have to pay. I wonder if I could refresh this. Which is why fundraising for them is something that I will always do. And I will always, I'm sure probably to an annoying amount, you know, talk it up and like, I wonder, evidently I can't get that to go up higher. Oh well. Yeah, you get no bills from St. Jude. Because they believe that all that you should worry about is getting your children healthy. And I think that's pretty amazing. Not only that, but then they also freely share all the research and discoveries that they make. So while they are constantly doing research and learning things about how to help kids with cancer, they are actively sharing that information with others at no charge, so other hospitals can implement similar techniques. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. Like this, yeah. Ooh. More than the ones hosted by Walmart or other retailers. Because the retailer may claim my donation on their taxes. Oh. Yeah, you can claim your donations on your taxes. Like when you donate to St. Jude, you'll get like an email with like your donation amount, and you can claim that. It is a tax deduction. What's that sound? And the other amazing thing, is that like when you donate, they receive like 99.99% of the donation, and it goes to what it's actually going to. It doesn't go into the pockets of anyone. No one's getting paid with your donation. And the only reason that it's not like a full 100% is just because there is some slight, like when there's transfer of money, if you will, there's some fees associated. That's the only bit that doesn't go, is the fee that sometimes is, you know, given by, you know, Tiltify or wherever. But otherwise, like every penny that you donate goes into research, goes into helping the kids, goes into bettering the hospital. And it's just, it's amazing. One of the few places that you trust. Yeah. What's an amigurumi? That's a crochet plushie. That's what they're called. So amigurumi is any of the things that I make. So this guy, this guy, this guy. Anything that is a crocheted plushie, they're called amigurumi. Yeah. So the $10 donation, you get entered into a raffle, if that's what you're wondering what the amigurumi raffle is. Basically, you would get to pick, you could pick anything that's already listed on my website. You could pick something that I've made before. You could get a custom fidget friend made if you win the raffle. So there's a whole lot of options. Chicky nug is a Japanese word, yes. Just making sure I was doing the right. Can they? I wasn't sure if it was crochet specific for amigurumi, the word. That's cool though. Ami meaning crocheted or knitted, meaning stuffed doll. Okay. Cool. No, that's really, that's cool. I like that. I learned something new. I'm going to bed. Good night. I learned something new. Yeah. Have a good night. I just imagine, like, those of you who are at work, like, just pulling out, like, a pillow and, like, laying down at your desk and someone walking by and being like, what are you doing? And just being like, I learned something new. I get to go back to bed. Have the same word for crochet and knitting? Yeah. Well, because a lot of times it's even, like that word could be used to describe, like, almost like yarn knotting, if that makes sense, because technically, like, knitting and crocheting is like a series of small knots worked in a way that makes a pattern. Lay down at your desk to stretch. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. But I just mean, like, pull out, like, a full pillow and, like, hoodie. So it's just picking the thing to add, but maybe we could change that. $15 seems kind of high to just pick beads. I don't know. There are some last minute changes to things. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm diamond dotting today. And we're raising money for St. Jude. So far, we've raised $304 this campaign. And this is how much we've raised lifetime for them. Which I think is pretty cool. This week. I did not start earlier this month because I was not prepared to start earlier this month. So it's our third day. So we've basically raised $100 each day. You guys are jigsaw puzzling? Nice. Yeah, you know what? Why not the $15 one will get you an entry and you can pick a bead. I'm good with that. Because picking a bead isn't $15 worthy. That's a lot. So Calliope, you're going to get entered too into the raffle. I'm changing it. Because it's, like you all said, it's my thing. So I think that picking a bead and being entered, yeah. Oh, Dad, Petrichor's been saving a joke for you. Where do pirates get their hook hands from? I think I got all the cues. I'm thinking. I give up. Where do pirates get their hook hands from, Petrichor? The second-hand store. Oh, gosh. Lockpick! Thank you so much! Thank you, thank you. Let me see. For the $16 donation, and the comment is, teehee. Lockpick, what color would you like to pick for, we're going to be doing a dinosaur. And so far we have an orange bead. So what color would you like to be next? I'll do that, we'll do that tomorrow. Let me know. We have like the glittery ones, we have glow in the dark, we have pearl colored ones, we have glitter ones. There's like shiny ones. Like these. Lime green. So I don't have, I have blue glow in the dark. I have yellow glow in the dark. I don't have green glow in the dark. Would you like yellow glow in the dark? Okay. Is for lock pick. And we shall enter you. Oops. Into the raffle as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 entries into the raffle. That's amazing. Thank you all so much. Yes, look at the balls. If a farmer has a cabbage patch, what does a pirate have? An iPad. That's a good one. Is that... That's a good guess. I don't know. That's... Yes? Nice. I've never heard that before. Ooh, a Kecleon. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah. Oh my god, what's the difference between a well-dressed man, a unicycle, and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Or a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? I mean, yeah, a wheel, but the well-dressed and poorly dressed. A tire! Yeah. It's a twofer. What's the difference between a tuna, a piano, and a pot of glue? I know the tuna and the piano one is you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Ah, ah. That's the only tuna piano joke I know. Yeah, I don't know. Wait, but what does the pot of glue have to do with anything? Wait. What does the glue have to do with it? Goodbye. I'm leaving. Thanks so much for fundraising with me. I quit. I'm done. I... Hi, Tuffin. Oh, we're diamond downing. We're fundraising for St. Jude, and evidently we're telling bad dad jokes. So that's what you've come into. What type of bear is toothless? Toothless is a dragon. You can't fool me. A gummy bear! Oh my god. That was literally me. I'm like, yep, I'm gone. No, there was just, it was such a chaotic question joke that I was like, nope, I'm done. I quit. The 8-ball did say chaos. Yeah, but I figured the 8-ball meant chaos in our fundraising. We should tell dollar jokes through donations. I'll read them all out loud. Plus, then you get to join the ball pit on stream. Dad joke dollar train. Let's go. If you're just hopping in, there's the link to donate to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We fundraise for them every year. There's some fun, silly incentives here that you can donate a specific amount. The bigger the donation, the bigger your ball will appear. So we can cause a little chaos and do some good for the kids. Zero looked at 8 and said, nice belt. The bigger the balls. I said what I said. I mean, I could even say, let's see some big... No. I like big balls and I cannot lie. You're... Oh, wait. Listen, I haven't seen what I think the most that we've done. We had a $50 donation. That's the biggest one that we've had so far. So I want to see. I'm excited. Okay, we looped. I also just found this, which is a Stardew Valley music. We're also probably thirsty in the regular way, so hydrate. We are thirsty in the regular way because I don't even have my water in here. I'll get it on the next stretch break because Artie is sleeping behind me and I don't want to disturb her. She's already disturbed. But I promise I will go and I will get my water. James is sleeping. I would agree that Stardew's already kind of lo-fi. So it just says Stardew Valley original game soundtrack. It isn't lo-fi. This is just the game soundtrack. That's so exciting. Pooh James, not Stardew music. Nah, you're good. Couple pass holder pins. That's cool. Ooh, so we called the ballpark, right, to get our rained out game thing fixed. And they were like, yeah, so you have like options. You can either get it for like the double header that's tomorrow, if like the seats are available, or you can exchange it for any other game played this year. So instead, so that we don't have to cancel stream and we can still go to Bark in the Park, which is they bring the dogs to the ballpark on Tuesday. We're going later this next month, so we don't have to cancel stream this week. And yeah. We are fundraising through the end of the month. So and there's some fun incentives that we have. Yeah, it was really nice that they were flexible. That's the wrong thing. This is the right one. So we already have the crowd control sim stream. We're doing that next week. And then next up is doing a week of embroidery streams. And then we have a new emote. We have crafting with friends. We have a cooking stream. We have me. So this is like how the big project with the last St. Jude fundraiser was making Artie a cat couch. The big project for this one is making a beaded lizard or other friend out of crochet. So these guys. But instead you crochet the beads and you make it that way. Then we have another game James and I will play together, and then mods and I playing a game together. So all my mods and I. So our ultimate goal is raising $2,000 this month. I don't know if we'll get there, but that's the goal. Yeah, so I'm excited that we'll still get to go and see a ball game. It'll be at the beginning of next month instead. Yeah, even if you're not able to donate, being here is a great help because it gets more people in to see the stream who might be able to donate. You can share my link. Again, all the money goes to St. Jude. None of it is going anywhere else. Tiltify is just a neat way that we can fundraise as like a community. I wonder how much, what are they up to right now? Let's see. The event total is at $1.2 million. For this month. Isn't that cool? Heck yeah. That's fabulous. Like I said, and every single dollar and cent counts. Like, sometimes people are like, I only donated $1, I'm sorry. But like, guess what? That dollar adds up. Like, if everyone that watches Twitch just donated $1 to St. Jude, oh my gosh. Could you even imagine how much money? Dollars snowball, you know? They create more momentum and bigger things. So, and like I said, if you can't donate, that's okay too. Just being here helps. There's lots of ways to help. It might be drops in the ocean, but every drop matters. Yep. I once donated 69 cents. Listen, do it for the meme, okay? Do it. That's fabulous. Like right now, what are we at? Are we at 370? Wait, are we only 30? Wait. How? Why didn't that make a sound? The parents donated $50. I was like, we're at 370. Wait, we're $30 away from $400. It did? Did I miss it? Am I? I'm just over here blabbing on. Oh my goodness. Oh no. They want me to spin the wheel of chaos. All right. Here we go. My parents aren't going to know. Okay, let's do. Okay, wait. Ads are in 5 minutes. So, do I do 5 minutes now and then the other 15 after the ad? There's like 13 things on that wheel, and I've been a banana twice. So what is that emote? What is that? Oh my god! That's fabulous. Okay, well, we are one squirrel time away from having reached $400. So if someone wants to see squirrel time, I'm just saying. Impkins, let me show you. If I can find my book. Oh no, I put it away. Sure, you got it. I will help you win at Mario Kart. If I had a dime for every time we landed on a banana hat, I'd have 2 dimes, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. It's the perfect opportunity for squirrel chaos. No. In fact, it's not. So Impkins are... I've made a couple on stream. That one's over there. Let me find the pattern. So it is a crochet pattern that has like, there's a million different ways that you can make them, like quite literally. So one of the things that I think is fun is for someone to pick what we make, like what part is made. So here we go. What do you call a Jedi banana that will ultimately turn to the dark side? I don't know. A banana. So here's like what they look like. And you can pick, like, for instance, there's just like all these different parts. Bananakin Skywalker. Anyway, so like basically I would show a page and the person that won would get to pick what we add to them. Like there's so many options. And it's really fun and it makes a whole lot of like really unique little critters. So I'll get the book. That way I can show you all should we actually land on that again. It's like the Meadow Dragon with more parts. Yeah. Okay. Ads are about to start, so I'm taking my hat off just so that, just in between ads. And then we have 10 more minutes as soon as ads are over of banana hat wearing. Any donations that are made during ad break will result in those things happening when we get back from ads. So again, $30. $30 means it's squirrel time while wearing the banana hat and diamond dotting. And we would make $400 for St. Jude. Raised this month in 3 days. And that's amazing. Hello. Hi. Okay. Let's play some words on stream. I'll be right back. Hello, what did I come back to? Allison! Thank you! I went to the bathroom, and then I was like, ooh, I can't forget my water, because we had to hydrate before, and I didn't have my water. So I went, and I grabbed my water bottle, but my water bottle was almost empty, because I was good and hydrated a lot. And so then I had to refill my water bottle. Okay. Okay. So we have 4 beads so far. We have an orange bead and a yellow glow-in-the-dark one. And we have olive green yarn. A blue sparkly bead. Ooh. Oops. Blue sparkle. Oops. Alice Fun. Hello, Hammy. Welcome in. How are you? And you are now entered also into the amigurumi giveaway. So there was the question about Impkins. Here's like the book. And then there's, like I said, a bunch of different, like here's some of the face options. So like you could make the Impkin have a beard or face tentacles or a snoot, you know? And it just becomes kind of a fun little, I don't know. Where's our last one that we did for charity? I hope my neighbor's looking. I just showed! This is an Impkin. It's made up of a bunch of cute little parts. There's over 1 million possible combinations to make different creatures. And so one of the Wheel of Chaos options is that you get to pick a part for one. So, yeah. Yeah, like this is one that I made myself. And I don't know where the last chat chaotic one here. Doop. Here's this little cutie. He's got a little pouch to keep his little treasures in. And big ears. I thought that it was over on that desk, but I'm a banana. I found it. So here's the last one that we did. This one, it was actually like a, one of like the dollar amounts instead of it being like on the wheel spin was that you got to pick a part for it. So here's our little witchy Imkin with the proper pretty galaxy yarn hat and a little purple vest and a little brown satchel bag and a little yellow tummy. And I think it turned out so cute. So yeah. Okay. So what isn't it cute? It turns out so good. All right, so we're $15 away now from $400, right? It's another bead. It is. I also may have been gifted the dragon pattern, the fidget dragon pattern. So we can do that one as well, like next. We've never made a fidget dragon. So I think that how many? There's 16 beads on a dinosaur. And we're what, 3 in? I still can't believe that no one has, that we haven't had to do squirrel time yet today. Because I think that would be pretty chaotic with diamonds dots. But thank you all so much. Everyone who's donated. I really appreciate it, and I know how much the organization appreciates it too, so. Heck yeah! You'll love to see it. Oh my gosh, fingers crossed! That's so exciting, Kit Kat! Heck yes! That's wonderful. I shall be crossing all of the things for you. Doing Warrior Cross Stitch Butterfly today, almost halfway done. That's so cool! Yay! Oh, I know how good it feels to craft again after having to take a break for a long time. It's so therapeutic. I'm glad that you started with like a small project too. That's always a good idea when you're getting back in. During crowd control sims, are the usual donation rewards suspended, or will we earn those rewards with our donations? I think that we can earn those rewards too. Why not? It might not happen, like, I can wear the banana hat, but squirrel time, for instance, you might want me to wait on, because, like, you wouldn't be able to really see it on a Sims day. But, like, if you donate money towards the fidget, yeah, it would absolutely count. It just might be that, like, we have to get in touch with you after the sim stream, because I might not be able to handle both at the same time. So, like, picking a bead, for instance, you can either, like, leave it in the comment, or, like, I'll reach out to you the next day and, like, the next stream and be like, okay, so what color did you want for that? Because I was dealing with all the fires you were causing in my Sims game. You know? Because I'm sure there'll be a decent amount of that. Banana hat time, yes. We just have a few more minutes of banana hat time left, so that's good. I can't believe that we got that one twice. That's so silly. Already in the banana hat? Oh my god. We have a banana boat. Like a banana bed for them. And she and Pippin have both enjoyed that. Artie enjoys it more. Well, it rotates. They use it and then they don't use it, so you know how it is with cats. They have favorite sleeping spots and then it changes. Ooh, we're $10 away from a funny number over here. $10.31 away, actually, from a funny number. Twice on the lifetime raised. You went bowling yesterday and your behind is sore? Wait, did you fall on your butt? I hope that you had fun bowling. I haven't been bowling in a long time. I'd love to do that. The muscles? Listen, you use all sorts of muscles in different sports that you would never even think about. Alright, I missed a couple of 8s. I know I already did that number, but let's fix that. It's always interesting when the fun activities cause unexpected soreness. Yeah. Alright, we're going to take this hat off in a minute. Hooray! I don't have to be a banana anymore. Although it's not nearly as hot today in the hat because the weather cooled down with all the rain that we had. So that's nice. Yesterday was I a banana? Or was it the first day? I don't know. Whichever day I was a banana, last day was very warm in this hat. Oops. Whichever day I was a banana last is quite the out of context quote. I think that should go into the moat quote library on Discord. With no context. Thank you again, everyone, for all the donations. I know that, like, times are hard and money is tight. And I appreciate, like, the community coming together and helping out one of my favorite organizations. I'm a firm believer in, you know, the universe giving back what we put out. You know? You put good in the world and you'll get good back. Okie dokie, enjoy dinner. Thank you for making me a banana. My parents made me a banana today. Absolutely. I do too. Goodbye, banana. The banana split. We're making good progress on this section. It goes to here. So this is about halfway. This like row that we're on now. And it's like a galaxy photo or like image. And then there's like two people standing and there's water. So it's pretty. Going home, hooray! What? No, please don't apologize. I never mind answering questions. You're so good. No need for sorries. Happy to show. It's not too bad. I'm a little nervous because I got a Diamond Art Club piece. And that one's huge. Like, I have no idea how long that's gonna take. It's really pretty, though. But I was saying to myself that I can't start that until I finish this. Oh, thank goodness I'm no longer a banana, or else I'd be a little concerned about that, Emily. 25 by 25. Pop a pic. Yeah, pop a pic in Discord. I'd love to see. All right. Z. What is Z? Hello? Smoothie? Thank you so much. Heck yes, for the $10.58. I appreciate it. Let's add you to our raffle. I'll probably... Instead... No! No, no, no. No, no. See, this is beautiful, what you have just done. Look at this. $3,696.96. No, that's fabulous. 69696. That's fantastic. That's absolutely perfect. Nice. Nice, nice. I couldn't spare the $6,000 to... Ah. Dang. No, you're so good. Imagine, I would probably poop myself on camera. Like, I wouldn't know what to do if someone dropped that much money on our fundraiser. I would just perish. Like, over halfway at the moment. I think I'm getting a little addicted to the... It's so much fun. It's like cross-stitching, but sparkly. That's fabulous. Who doesn't love sparkly crafts, you know? Thank you so much. And we're so close now to that $400. That's wild. Only 3K to 696969. That's true. That's true. Anyone from Twitch here want to just make it the funny number for us? They've done that before. I mean, not like making it a weird number, but like Twitch has gone to people's streams before and just like donated a large amount towards their fundraising goal, which is amazing. Shape James's head full bald on stream, yeah. It is. It's very relaxing to do. I agree. Heck, I would shave his head bald at the wedding. If we did that. Charge up the razor. I would like to present a perfect specimen. Can you imagine how big that ball would be? Actually, the biggest ball right now only is 1,000, because I don't think anyone is going to donate $1,000. So I didn't want to make the balls too small, you know. So I was like, yeah, $1,000 is the maximum. That's plenty. As the max size ball, but could you imagine if it was like higher? It would take up the whole screen. Oh my god, leave it not a full battery so that it's half shaved. Amazing. A screen full of big balls. Mm-hmm. All right, I have a lot of J, and J is in this one. Have a safe drive home, silly. I don't know why, but man, I have the urge to play Stardew Valley now. Music's so good. One time I accidentally poured the wrong beads or gems back into this, so I have a couple of like other color blue ones in here that I have to remove every time that I shake out this tray. Whoops. You're using it. How inconsiderate, right? So rude. It's funny because I really want to be like, let's get those last $4 to get to $400, but I also know how nice this number is. I guess, hold on. Hold on. I can take a screenshot, and then it doesn't matter. There we go. Screenshot taken. Go ahead, let's get to $400 now. The funny lifetime number has been saved for posterity. Our total for this fundraiser also doesn't have the funny number in it right now, so, you know, we're at 27 cents. Just in case that bothered anyone. Ask me again later, yeah. I mean, at least when it asks you can normally be like, no, like, do it at another time. But the worst is when it just does it, and you're like, oh, it's fine, I wasn't doing anything. You didn't mess up anything important by just restarting computer. So what should we work on tomorrow? We're going to start with getting the fidget dino going. So that way we can keep adding beads and stuff to it during fundraising. But after that, what should we work on? Does anyone have like a project that you're like, oh my gosh, please, I've been dying to see more of this? Like I have the cardigan I was working on. We have the mermaid cross stitch that I had worked on stream. We could crochet. Oh, I do like cross stitch. It's hard sometimes when you do so many crafts. You're like, what do I focus on? What do I do today? Security thing needed to update. Rip. My vote is cross stitch. Okay. Vampire jelly can wait for another day. Okay. I honestly have to look back and see if I have any notes about vampire jelly. I think that I know I have more pictures and stuff like that. Cause that was made a while ago. So I gotta dig into the archives a little. Which is totally fine, by the way. Don't worry at all. This is just me wanting to, like, make it perfect, you know? For you. Especially since you've saved it for so long, like, you've wanted it for so long. I love that. And I definitely want it. I want to get it right. No preference, I'll be here anyway. Okay. Just love the colors and the vampire teeth. Yeah. He was a cutie. I'm pretty sure it was like a dark navy yarn body and then like rainbow colored tentacles. I was going through deleting pictures. I didn't need any more. Dang, dang phone storage. Yeah. I hear you. Actually, like, one of my Finch goals is to try and go through and like delete at least like a certain number of pictures and videos each day because I take so many. Just to try and keep it from like getting clogged up. Welcome back, Petrichor. Alright, we're gonna go until I'm done with this little section. I'm hoping we can get the last $4 we need to get to 400. That would be so cool. $400 in 3 days. Can you imagine? That would be amazing. Yeah. I figured. At least that's what I thought. So I'm glad that I thought right. What is this Pokemon? I can only see its bottom. Hello? No, not the balls. Oh, okay. Too much makeup shopping. Looks like a Minecraft animal. You know, I'm so sad because, like, I had gotten some really nice new makeup in, like, the last couple of... I mean, not even last couple of years. Like, just... Yeah, I guess last couple of years now. And I really love wearing it and putting it on and, like, taking a little me time each day. And now I've got these freaking hives. And I'm just, like, worried about putting makeup on top of that. I'm worried about having to remove any makeup, really. And I'm like, you know, that's not cool. Because now I have this makeup that, like, you know, in theory you're not supposed to have for, like, ever. And it's like, man, I spent money on this. I like it. It's pretty. And then my skin has to go and explode. It's pretty rude. Pretty rude. Could you stop? You know? Dang. You hate to see it. All the makeup for your wedding. Ooh. That's fancy. You can sanitize, yeah. That are just sitting there. Some of it I've also never used, so in theory it would be fine, because like it would still be sterile. You know? It might not be like the creamiest lipstick anymore or whatever. I guess lipstick or lip gloss should be fine because like you don't really have to like scrub it off. You just have to make sure that it's not like tinted, like something that you would have to really scrub at. It's Stardew Valley music. Well, what song are we listening to? I turned the volume down just to try not to. Yeah, it's the Winter Festival in Stardew Valley. Yep, I literally use scent-free, dye-free soap now. I have my favorite soap James used to buy me every Christmas because it was expensive. And so he would get it for me as like one of my gifts. And I'm not using it right now because, I mean, it's a pretty organic kind of soap. Like, there's not a whole lot in it, but I'm still too worried to do it, honestly. I don't want to jinx it. Probably 98% expired makeup. Oops, that's the wrong one. 3810. Mm-hmm. So I haven't talked to my doctor about it yet, but my mom saw her doctor the other day and mentioned it to them. I had this thought, actually I don't even think I mentioned it to you all. I had this thought last night. So my hives are worse in the morning when I wake up. And it doesn't matter how frequently or infrequently or whatever we change our sheets, wash my pajamas, hot temperature of water, anything. But I was thinking, you know what? One of the things that we're always told, right, is that getting a good night's sleep is really important because it's the time that our cells repair themselves. It's the time that our body uses to, you know, heal us and you know, like send out its little workers to get rid of anything that shouldn't be there. And I'm like, what if that's why I wake up every morning, though, with the worst, like, the hives are at their worst because my body is attacking my skin because for whatever reason, it thinks that my skin is a danger thing. And so it's using that time as, you know, the sleep time when it's sending out the workers to heal things and to repair stuff. And it's like, oh crap, look at this. This is a mess. And it just instead is like attacking it because here, let me show you. If you don't want to see a photo of hives, look away. I'll tell you when it's good to look back. Okay. But like, I took pictures at 3 times during the day yesterday. Okay? This was when I first woke up. Okay? You can see they're big, they're red, they're angry. Arms, leg. Okay? This was it, how my arms and legs looked at 9 o'clock last night. And this is what it looked like at 1 a.m. And you know, we're here. So, yeah. And I mean, I find that it's more telling looking at like my back. But I also feel like Twitch would be, oh my gosh, it's a bare back. Like here, I guess that, I don't know. There. So like that's what my back looked like before going to bed. Okay? Where there's no hives there. None. And then this was the next morning when I woke up. Like that makes no sense. Right? And then this was it before going to bed that like the same night, like before I took my shower. See, now I thought that, Hammy, I was like, what if I'm allergic to something that James uses, either in his soap or his shampoo or his body wash, his something like that? What if? But James was gone for almost 10 days and the hives did not improve. Because there was a question of like, what if I'm allergic to something that he uses? Again, whether it's scent, whether it's body wash, hair, so whatever. So there was kind of almost like a question of it. And then he was gone for a while. He went on a curling thing and to go see his grandma. And it did not get better while he was gone. And so I was like, well, not allergic to James or any of his soaps. Guess we can keep him. Sounds even more like an autoimmune thing. It does, doesn't it? What is my bed made out of? Bed material? Honestly, Emily, I don't know. We bought it when we like first got married. So our bed's like 11 years old, which according to consumerism means that we need to get a new bed. But I doubt that it is made out of down or anything like that. Because we couldn't afford anything like that. If that's what you're thinking. Is there fiberglass in it? Who puts fiberglass in a bed? A what? Is that a thing? How would you know? Apparently American companies. I hate it here. I'm not allergic to latex. I do know that. I mean, fiberglass is an irritant to like everyone. You don't have to have an allergy to it. That one's just like, yeesh. Interesting to note if the hives are any better after a night or two away. Yeah, because we'll be gone for a couple nights. I did, Hammy. I literally have a album. It's like a catalog, and I'm like, that's the wrong word. I have an album on my phone just called Hives, and I was taking a ton of pictures every day, and I stopped doing that because it also started to stress me out, I think, a little bit. So now I'm kind of just taking like a couple of these like comparison photos, if you will, like what I was just showing you like throughout the day of like, this is how it looks at this time, this is how it looks at this time. So like just focusing on like one area, if you will, instead of doing like my whole body, because let me tell you, I have so many photos of what my hives look like. And as intense as these look, y'all, these are nothing. These are absolutely nothing compared to where I was. Believe it or not. Which is horrifying. Like, no longer seems environmental and more autoimmune, yeah. Like, here, this was in March. That right there is one massive hive on my wrist. Like, this is mild what I'm dealing with now compared to this. So, I mean, this one with like my lip swollen and like, it was bad. Your environment didn't change while you were sick, but the hives went away. Yup. Like, y'all. Like, it's been terrible. God, some of these I don't even... And it used to be that if I scratched, like if I went like this, now it'll still get a little red, but it used to welt up too. Cause like it was just that, my body was just that sensitive and that angry. What is this? 3760. So yeah, like I have a lot of pictures. I'm glad it's more manageable now. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like a lot less anxiety about it because I've been dealing with it for 6 months. It's more annoyance and frustration at like still being itchy. Cause like, goddamn. Especially when you have someone who has sensitivities to things like how their clothes feel against their body. Or how, you know, certain materials feel, like literally it just like my whole body feels bad. Which again is a lot for someone whose brain already just says that the tags on their clothes itch and you need to like rip them out. Almost done. Almost done. These are like the ones that I missed the first time around. Yeah, it is improving. It's just not. It's not gone. And again, at this point, I just feel like it's pointing to something else being wrong. You know, like there's just something else going on. For it to have gone away, like completely, and then come back, you're like, okay. So, what happened there? Welcome back. Alright, y'all. Last couple of minutes of stream. Do you think we can get those $4 more? To finish the $400 in 3 days? $4 away. I'll add a gem to the jar. We'll push a button. It'll be a whole thing. Alright, I think that's all of them. Ooh, it looks pretty. It looks so pretty. Hooray! Get a bead on the star jar. Heck yeah. I like this color, this little section. I like the pale colors. They're pretty. The pastels. Here, dude. My Ziploc go. Lots of teal in there, yes. I'm looking for someone to raid. Let's see. Let us see who's on and what they are working on. Oh my word! Oh, this got tangled again. You know what? Of course. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who donated to our fundraiser. Thank you to those who just hung out and kept us company while we fundraised. I know that I'm talking a lot and asking a lot about money stuff, but it's for charity, you know? So it's not. I know it can probably be a little bit much, but it's for something that I really believe in, and so yeah. All right, let's pack this up. Yeah. Chat is doing fabulous. All right. Put that over there. Maybe let's go over and say hello to Amanda. She's doing some wheel throwing, I think. But thank you all again for being here today. As a reminder, you can also always donate while the stream is offline if you would prefer to do that. The link is in the Discord. It's on my link tree, so it's on my social media and stuff like that too. So if you would rather do it while we're offline, that's always possible. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you for your generosity and for your company. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Remember to eat something tasty, to drink some water, to take any meds that you have to take, to be kind to yourself and other people. To remember you are loved, and I shall see you all tomorrow for the start of our dino and maybe some other things. Okay? All right. Goodbye.